Just got to the range, going to shoot my new Judge from Taurus. As you can see here. Alrighty. There it is. I'm going to shoot 3 rounds at about 20 yards to see where the sights are at. Then I'm going to shoot at 100 yards. Everybody always says, why do you shoot 100 yards? Not defensive. Well, first of all, 100 rounds will let me know if the gun shoots far. Every test I see on the Judge Taurus, they always say it's a short range gun, shoot shotgun shells. And I don't always believe what I read. So let's see how it shoots at 100. Using the Hornady 45 Colt FTX 225 grain bullet. That's what we'll be shooting today. There we go. And I've also got some strange bullets from, well, we'll call them strange, but Lehigh. Very deadly bullets. I won't be shooting those today, but I'll explain them a little bit more. So I'm going to shoot and see how this thing groups, see where the sights are at. So I'll know what to adjust for at 100 and see if it works at 100. Then I'll shoot some of the shot shell, a couple varieties of that. Here we go. We're shooting 20 yards, 6 o'clock hold on a small bullseye. Just give me an idea where to shoot. I'm using my cell phone here, so it's not the real video camera, so I won't be wearing it. I'll just shoot it and show you the group after. Okay, I'll take credit. I pulled 1. 2 are right in the edge of the 10 ring and 9 ring right here. I pulled 1 right here. I'm just shooting 3, make sure the sights are reasonably on. And they certainly seem to be. Let's go 100 yards. It's 90 degrees out. I'm going to shoot 2 more, 20 yards. Right next to the barrel. I'm shooting offhand. All my guns I shoot offhand to test them. When I'm shooting from a sandbag or a rest, test the accuracy of the ammo in the gun. And I shoot offhand because I want to test the accuracy of the gun in me, because that's the only thing that matters for my carry gun. I don't care what kind of bench rest gun it is. If it's not shooting good with me, then it's a problem. Okay, let's go shoot 2 more. I'm still using my iPhone, which I don't usually use. You'll see no holes in the target here. I'm going to shoot the Taurus Judge and see how well it does here. I just shot a small target at 20 yards and it did quite well. I could put them all in the black if I wasn't rushing myself today. I pulled 1 out of it. Small bullseye. I can show you the target later. Well, it's on film. But I'm shooting this time from 100 yards down that way. So, everybody always says, why do you shoot 100 yards? You couldn't defend yourself in court. You're not under a threat. Well, I beg to differ. For one, if you shoot 100 yards, you can always shoot at 10 yards. If you can only shoot 10 yards, you can't shoot at 100. If you're out at Have a Good Time Park in Happyville, USA, and somebody from a terrorist group, nut person, random shooter comes over the hill, starts popping rounds at you and your family, you have no cover, what are you going to do? Tell them to run up to 20 yards so you can defend yourself in court and appease the lawyers? Oh, now you're an Undertaker case. It happens to me. I'm pretty sure most guns I have, which I've shot on film, I can hit them at 100 yards. I'm going to defend myself. And it's just a good skill check. I was 100 pounds lighter than martial arts champ. 3-round fight. I trained for 8. So I always like to expand my limits, not without limitations. And then the actual goal seems quite easy. So testing a gun out at 100 tells me a lot of what it's going to do within most other people's perceived anticipated gun ranges. But as a cop of 30 years, bad guys never sent me a memo telling me when and where, how far they're going to shoot at me. So I like to keep my range a little extended. Let's set up the video camera and see if this Taurus really is a short range weapon, as most people say in all the tests I've read so far. Okay, we're shooting a Hornady ammo here, as you see, 225 grain FTX at 100 yards, which is out that way somewhere. You can see the target right there. Alright, I'm probably going to do something different this time. I brought my long lens. So I'm going to shoot 2 rounds and use the long lens, see if I can see the bullet holes. I've never brought optics to see. I usually just shoot my 5 or 10 rounds, whichever I'm shooting, and go check it. But I'm going to just look and see if I can see if I'm making progress or not. Alright, let's load up the camera and do it. Okay, I'm going to shoot 5 rounds. I'll keep the sweat out of my eyes. It's 91 degrees today. 5 rounds of hoarding ammo. I'll shoot 2, then check them with my long lens, hopefully. Then shoot 3 more. But it is 91 degrees, I'm sweating, and it's a mess out here. Let's see what we can do here. Let me switch lenses and see what happens. Empty and safe. Let's go find out what's going on here. Well, I guess they dropped a little more than I thought they would. As you can see, 3 hits. 7 ring, 9 ring, and 1 low. But it got their attention. So 100 yards. The Taurus Judge, the Judge, 1 in the 7, 1 right there in the 9, and 1 in the groin. Got 3 hits at 100 yards. So the Taurus can hit things. You get 3 out of 5 in this torso, 2 in the kill zone, 1 in the groin. I wouldn't stand out there and let me shoot it myself, I can tell you that right now. If they hit anything, I'm going to get you as a witness. And everybody thinks I just got this 1 in the gun bash, the club's gun bash. Really? Last Sunday, yeah, a couple days ago. 3 out of 5 in the torso with the bullet. I'm going to do shotgun ones next down below. If you want, I can lead the target up where you shoot at.
What's that?
I can lead the target up there. You want to shoot at it?
No, that's all right, bud. Yeah, you did.
Yep. 2 in the kill zone, 1 in the groin, which would feel so good.
That ain't bad, huh?
Not for a Taurus with fixed sights, eh?
No, not at all.
Well, good luck. I'm going to go down and do some shotgun testing.
All right, buddy.
Good luck. Okay, now I'm going to shoot close to 20 yards. I'm not shooting point blank because I have a pretty good idea they both work good at 20 yards. 2 different 410 shot shell loads. One's by a Winchester, PDX1, I believe it is. It uses 3 different disc, flat disc, and BBs behind it. The other one's Federal, where it uses 4 triple-aught buck rounds right behind each other. Everybody always shoots them real close, 7 yards, stuff like that. Well, I expect them both to work at that range. Let's try them at 15. You know, as far as self-defense range for a shotgun shell. The left one I'll shoot with the flechette round with the disc and the BBs. The right target I'll shoot with the Federal with the 3 triple-aught bucks. Taurus Judge. Target number 1. There's 3 holes in target number 1 that I shot at 100 yards. They're circled with gray marker, so you'll be able to see them easy. Center of mass. That's the flechette round. Now we'll go to the Federal. Whoa. Maybe we won't. The gun won't open with the Winchester round. Let's see what I can do here. Okay, the cylinder wouldn't open. I had to use some force to get it open with the Winchester load. Might be a little high on the pressure side. Let me try the Federal, see how that works. Otherwise I have a gun problem, not an ammo problem. Let's try the Federal on the right target. And open real easy. So I'm going to try 2 more of each after we go look at this one first. But I don't think I'll be using the Winchester on this gun. Let me go with my... I'll just take the video camera up there. Okay, I'm now using the iPhone. But the 3 disc is really good. 20 yards. And there's a couple BB holes, 2, 3, maybe 4 or 5 hit on the target, but I don't think they were too effective at this range. Now they got 4 holes here from the 4 triple-aught bucks. They're pretty deadly at that range, and the cylinder opened easily. So I don't know about that Winchester. I'm going to try 2 more if I can open the Winchester. If it does that again, I'm not going to use that again. Let's try it again. I'll mark these. Okay, I'm going to go closer to about 10 yards and shoot them both. Winchester first, Federal second. Left targets first. It opened that time. The Winchester opened that time, and I'm probably going to stick with the Federals. Unless I have just one bad cylinder in there, but I don't like that. Okay. Let's go take a look at my iPhone here. Okay, here we go. This is the group at 1, 2, 3, 4. Real tight group for the Winchester. I marked that. I just didn't have the video camera running. And I had 1, 2, 3, 4 for the Federal. It's a little bit bigger group, but still right in there. But the Winchester's 20 on into 10 so far. It's a really tight group. Shoots a little tighter than the 4 triple-aught buck, but that one, first one, jammed the gun up, so I don't like that. This had a lot more BBs hit the target too. So the Winchester's fairly effective. I don't know how to penetrate those flat ones versus the round, hard triple-aught buck. I'm going to stick with the triple-aught buck. I'm going to shoot 5 rounds into the head and see how that looks with the Federal. But I'm probably not going to shoot the Winchester again. That's a failure for me when the gun jams, period. Okay, I'm going to shoot at the head, 15 yards, 5 shots of 4 triple-aught buck at the head and the right side. That should be it. Yep. Loves these Federals, no problem. Let's go take a look. Take the cell phone up there. 5 shots from 15 yards. Everyone hit the head. 25 triple-aught bucks without missing. I'm not going to shoot the Winchester because I don't like that one. The primer was too hot. It was sticking out the back, I guess, because of pressure. And I really hit it hard to get it open. I didn't like that. And I don't like to say he said, she said, but I saw a couple reviews where people are having trouble with the Winchester primers. So the Winchester is out for me. I'm sticking with the Federal. At 15 yards and keep them in head like that, I don't think it's going to be a problem. Really shoots nice. Nice trigger on the Taurus. I shouldn't do this, but I can't help myself. I'm going to be fair. I'm going to shoot 5 of the Winchester PDX on the head. If I get a jam, I'm done forever. If I don't get a jam, I'm done forever. But in case somebody likes it, maybe they're going to work with it. That's why I always test ammo before you carry it and or shoot it. 15 yards. Jammed up again. I can definitely feel the recoil difference. Not use this ammo ever again. At 15 yards, the Winchester is all high above the head. At 15 yards, the Winchester is all high above the head. But it jammed up again. Second shot was hesitant. The third shot, it's just too tight. I gotta go hit it real hard with a piece of wood over here to get it out. So, my gun, we're not using the Winchester PDX, only the Federal. Sure, I'm glad I tested this ammo. That could have been life or death right there. You can definitely see a difference. The primers are really deeper and bigger on the Winchester black ones than the Federals. Look at the pressure difference. Unbelievable. Those Winchesters are just too hot. Let me take a still. Today was a good idea to come out and test this gun. I just won this at a gun bash at my gun club, which I'm at right now. I had a bunch of guns to choose from, and I've never had one of these, so I thought I'd give the Taurus a try. Just making sure that it's empty. I've checked it 3 times. The pressure from the one round didn't hurt the gun. But I was shooting today is the Federal 410 handgun. It has 4 triple-aught bucks in it in a row. It handles it and it opens and it drops right out. Now the PDX1 Defender from Winchester, they have 3 discs and like 9 or 10 BBs or something like that behind it. 12 plated BBs and 3 plated defense discs which are flat. So I don't know how much they'll penetrate flesh and bone, but they work pretty good. The Winchester actually had a tighter group to 3 disc than the 4 triple-aughts, but not by much. But first time I shot one, I couldn't get it open. Had to bring it back here and bang on it to get it out. And then I decided to shoot 5 in the head like I did with the Federal, which worked easy, loading, easy come out, shoot real good. The second round, it hesitated going around, but it did. I think the pressure is pushing these primers out into the backplate. It's the only thing it could be. And then it jammed up. So after that second shot, I think it was second shot. So I'm not using these PDX anymore. I'm glad that I didn't carry these. The only thing I had available when I won it on Sunday at the local sporting goods store was the PDX. But I got the Federal at Cabela's 2 days later, or the next day actually. And they shoot fine and it worked great with the gun. And I shot the Hornaday. You saw that. It's a critical defense, lever action, or whatever it is. Levolution rounds, and they work great in here. On a regular silhouette B27, like what's behind me, police silhouette, 3 hits out of 5 at 100 yards. So it's not a short range gun. You see everybody shooting at 7 yards, 10 yard shotgun rounds. Next time I bet you I can shoot these Ferrules after 30, 35 yards. I have no doubt in my mind. At 20 yards, they're still a nice tight group, so I can imagine. And up close, they're just right in there, so. Very effective round, but regular bullets work just as well. And I have some specialty bullets from Lehigh. They make some wild ammunition. Now this is their extreme expansion bullet. And look how long, I don't have the regular Federal, look how long the bullet is compared to the 45 long Colt case. Let me go get a regular, out of the car here, the regular 45 long Colts. It's actually a 45 Colt. They use the word long Colt to differentiate between other 45 Colt, such as the ACP, etc. Full automatic round next door. There's the regular Colt, and there's the Lehigh. This will not fit in the Colt Peacemaker, but it does fit in the long chamber of the Judge. And this bullet is just scary. If you look at some of those test reports on the video, the one guy that does all the gelatin videos, I can't think of his name right now. There's a lot of those gelatin tests. This thing puts a whole, like, 4-inch damage cavity through the gelatin and just shakes the gelatin all up. It has cuts all the way down to here and it opens up like 70 caliber or so. Every time. This is a nasty round. And that's how it is compared to the standard 45. Whoa, there's a ricochet. There's another one. I don't know what they're shooting at down there, but I got a couple of ricochets going overhead. Better make this shorter. So, and another one they have that's really interesting is the penetrator. It's got like 4 planes on here. It's solid. It's machined. It cuts and twists. This thing does penetration like no other. This makes a Judge a bear protection gun. Everybody says, you can't do that with a 45 Colt. No, you couldn't, but with this one you can. Because this will penetrate through a bear. I've killed a handful of bear with rifles. I've killed one with a flintlock and I've killed one with a 44 using the Mountain Lion Smith & Wesson mountain gun. 1-500. Up close and personal, like me, you, the camera. Right through the neck, dropped them using a Hydroshock, which I didn't have, that's what I wouldn't have. I would have chose that for bear, but circumstances, what can you say? But I'm confident this penetrator, if you see the test on this, go right through the bone, right through the vitals, even on a decent sized bear. And this does make this a viable protection on the trail, plus you can put shot shells in it for snakes. And you could put this in for people protection, or the other one in it for people protection. The standard Colts or the Lehighs. So it's a very versatile gun. So that's it. That's the wrap up. I really like the gun first day shooting it. I do not like the Winchester. No offense to Winchester fans. But it failed me 3 times to the point, if it just failed and it kept operating, it'd be one thing. But it failed and jams up the gun. And it's a definite big difference. Really big difference. I don't know if you can see it on film. I couldn't see if I was in the lens at 15 yards. But the recoil, I could feel the pressure difference. These are much higher pressure. So I don't know if it's because the chamber fit with this gun. But I think they fit right in when I load them. Okay. Here's the Winchester. Put it in. Put it out. Okay, it doesn't fall, but it's dirty. Let me see what the Federals do. Yeah, see, it's dirty, but they come right out. So I don't think it's too tight of a chamber. That was probably cleaner. But, see, I don't think it's the chamber, I think it's the ammo. That's it. Taurus bull, 100 yards down to 15 yards. Works well. Full auto ammo. Works well when you got the proper ammunition. Always test your ammunition before you ever carry a gun to consider for home defense. That's crazy not to. That doesn't happen very often, mind you. Most guns I've ever had have always worked with any ammo. But I have had trouble in the past with certain ammo not working in a particular gun. Thanks for watching.